Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Second and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the eagle eye, folks. Space to maneuver at the 40, and all the way up to the 46. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ravens.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And they
looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 20 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. A run here with Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Jackson on the keeper. The tackle made at the 40.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the gun, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield to throw it. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Kadero Hodge has it complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
It's caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well,
and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back. Out onto the field, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
Jackson's pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Jackson on the keeper.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's a...
There goes Mark Ingram. The 20, 10, 5, and oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brought down.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 69 yards. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
On the keeper.
Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
1-yard gain.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What's up, man?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Ravens 1st down.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead.
Jackson's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
1st down.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
It's a gain of...
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
8-yard pickup.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be one at about the 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. In 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
To score Browns 21. Ravens.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down.
Patrick Queen.
Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Complete to Rashard Higgins. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mayfield with it once more, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now Jackson on first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jackson.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Couple of 3rd-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens 1st. Jackson going to look to do it himself. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Again, Jackson will keep it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half and good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you're getting the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll run again with Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. And
that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Patrick Queen in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram.
Jackson's
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
and 5 yards to go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Jackson going to run.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Tucker lining up.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Peoples-Jones returning. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
And now back out comes the offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Mayfield's pass.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. He completes it to Bryant. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Mayfield. They shakes it off. That's complete right around the 8. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Good. That ties the game. 24.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Go for a right side here. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules remind us. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Peoples-Jones returning. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their